Hi, this is Matt from PC Games N here at Gamescom 2016 in Germany, and I'm here with Sébastien, art director on Dishonored 2. Right, Dishonored. There's a lot of interesting things happening here, but one of the things that we all kind of have noticed maybe from what we saw at E3 was a poster saying Delilah Caldwin. Can you tell us anything?
Have you seen Delilah? You see her in the video, by the way, during the coup happening in the throne room,
right?
Where you see Corvo and Emily walking. This is the anniversary of her mother, Jessamine, who died 15 years ago. And then here a coup happened, and you see Delilah coming. I don't want to spoil because this is the very beginning, and it's really tied to the war arc in the story.
Yeah.
So. But yes, you'll encounter Delilah in this this game.
So the interesting thing that we've sort of noticed is obviously Dunwall was the city that we were exploring mostly in the first game, and Karnaca is our new place. And the thing about Dunwall is it was obviously powered by whale oil.
Yes.
And that was seen all over the city. Even in cases we'd see whale corpses. There doesn't seem to be kind of that level of awfulness to the new city. And the whales seem to emphasize that Dunwall is an immoral kind of corrupt city.
Yep.
Is there a kind of character to the new place we'll be exploring?
Yes, there is. But we'll see whale oil because this is still an industry going on in Karnaca. In fact, I imagine this Karnaca, this city, as a mix of different settlers' waves. So you'll meet some people from Bristol, from Dunwall, living there. This is where they developed this architecture. But also you'll meet the old settlers who set up this wind turbine that they exploit the winds. So it's a mix of different culture now. Karnaca. It's the end of the known world. This is the frontier of the world, and it's a real mix of people from Morley, Bristol, Sarkonos. It's really surprising in terms of mixity and race, gender. It's really cool.
Yeah, and what we've seen of it so far is like what Dunwall was. It's a very believable kind of place, and I was wondering what is the challenges that you have to take on when you're making a level that's both functional for a player to explore and sort of have things to do, but also feels grounded and looks real.
Yeah. So first we start from scratch, all right? And the city, Karnaca, for example, was just a coastline. I imagine a forest, and then, as I said, a different wave of settlers that built this city centuries ago. Before the action takes place. And that's how, to me, this is the only way I can think a city. You cannot, go somewhere where it's empty of stories and backstories and people, how they live. And I imagine the people there building this city. So this is my filter. Every time I think an idea or I want to develop a design, I try to go through their mind. And they look around, I pick up the materials I see, so wood, silver because of the mines, etc., and I construct things with the team. I'm not alone, but that's how we think. It's their city, and they will live there, and that's how we develop, and that's why it feels really grounded when you experiment the game.
And then in terms of kind of like level design, there's obviously, we've been told there was a lot more kind of verticality to this, and obviously we've now got two characters with two different styles of approach. I was wondering sort of like, just how does one sort of like make sure a level is developed with two characters in mind?
It's not totally different. Their power are different, but they can still access the same place in terms of level design. The challenge in level design is trying to put the story in a good way, and develop the level of difficulty of a level, and being good visually. This level architect and level designer work closely, and that's how they develop things. So it's not a problem to have more verticality in a level, or it's different challenge that we have. It's more like how we handle the new generation of console. It's simple. We have no loading now in a mission, so that's why our challenge was big, because you can go back more easily, etc. It's mini open world. Well, yeah, it's a vast question. I have tons of mini answers about this. But well, mainly, designing the city was a really big challenge. But we are passionate, so that's why we try to go into the details everywhere in every corner.
Yeah. So obviously, one of the big things for Dishonored 2 is that there are 2 playable characters now. If one person plays as Emily, is Corvo part of their story, and will they meet Corvo through it, or is he there on certain missions with her?
Not in certain mission, at the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
So when you choose a character, you have to play it through the whole game.
And you won't encounter them at all.
You cannot switch during and this is part of the empathy you get when you play melee and you leave Corvo behind. And now they are voiced also. That's really cool. That's the new plus. We heard the players saying we want some voice to the characters. That's what we did with the DLCs, and here it's a good add to the immersion.
So Dishonored obviously came out as a game and then was followed up by some very, very strong DLC.
Yes.
What sort of lessons do you think that was learnt by the team with that DLC that you brought forward? It felt quite experimental.
With the trials, we tried to expand moves because we were at the moment where people were taking the game, taking over the game and playing, and we saw lots of YouTubers doing moves, and so that was really, really inspiration for us to try to increase the verticality or distance and try to be more creative in terms of level design, game design, mechanics. And also we've picked up some elements in the story of the DLC. As you said, we've talked about Delilah, and we decided to pick what was the most interesting things to carry over into Dishonored 2. Some people had an experience in Dishonored 1, an ending which is not matching the start of Dishonored 2, but we had to select what was best to us and for the players.
Yeah. One of the things that happens in the games industry quite a lot is sometimes developers are accused of downgrading the visuals of their games. And that is something that we've never really seen sort of level too much against Bethesda sort of titles. And what we've seen of Dishonored so far looks absolutely gorgeous.
Cool.
I was just thinking, are there issues with downgrading potentially happening with Dishonored, and how do you feel about developers that have to do that?
I don't think so. We have the chance to being at the edge of a new generation, so that's a chance. Switching from the one on the old generation to the new one is the best experience you can have. And also we tried to balance as much as possible the art direction and the graphics.
Yep.
What I say in general is art is not graphics. And I repeat that because if your design is weak, your visual design, your mechanics, your vehicles, if it's weak, even if you have a good engine, it will stay weak, but with good graphics. And this time we try to have the best graphics, and because of our new engine, or Void engine, and keep the art direction world class. So yeah, this mix, to me, was the best experience in my life of creating the engine, still developing and being passionate about the game, a new world, new city, new characters, and I don't feel we'll have to downgrade our graphics.
Thank you very much, Sebastian.
Thank you.
That's everything from Dishonored 2 here at Gamescom 2016. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and remember to check out our website for more details.